Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We got a San Francisco Giants going to Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks. And to lead it off here for the Giants on May 3rd is catching Dick Dites. Batting second, playing second is Kent. Batting third, playing left field is Barry Bonds. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mays. Batting fifth, playing first base is McCovey. Batting sixth, playing right field is Bobby Bonds. Batting seventh, playing third base is Sandoval. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Crawford. And on the mound, the freak Tim LINCECUM batting ninth. And for the Arizona Diamondbacks, leading off, playing right field is Upton. Batting second, playing second is Escobar. Batting third, playing first is Goldsmith. Batting fourth, playing left field is Gonzalez. Batting fifth, playing center field is Finley. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Drew. Batting seventh on the catching is Montero. Batting eighth, playing third base is Lamb. And on the mound, batting ninth is CURT. Let's get down here to Arizona and get this game started. And you can see the upcoming schedule for the Diamondbacks. They got two more games here in Arizona against the Giants, and then they go on the road to take on the Dodgers. And to lead it off here for the Giants is Dietz, and he's looking for his first hit. He's 0-7, and CURT Schilling's first appearance of the year. And Schilling in 2001 was 22-6, the 2.98 ERA. And here's the pitch to Dietz, and that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And Lamb can't come up with that one cleanly. That's going to be an E6, and you can't afford to do this against this Giants lineup, folks. Give up extra outs. So now you got the leadoff batter on Jeff Kent up, and Jeff Kent's leading the National League with a 7.14 average. He's got 3 homers and 6 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Kent, and he's going to, against the 15, that is going to be a single, and he keeps up the hitting in the right field, and Dietz with his speed is going to stop at second. So the first 2 batters are aboard here for San Francisco, and this could turn ugly quick, because now you got Barry Bonds up hitting 200 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs, and that's going to be a 40. Let's see what that is. Team here, so it's 7, 8, 7, 10, 18, and they don't got a very good infield. 27, 32, 40, so that'll be fielding column 2. Low line drive in the center field. Check this out, folks. A low line drive in the center field. Crawford throws it in the Drew over to first. That's going to be a line drive triple play, folks. Line drive in the triple play. I think it's TR. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Just don't come up all the time here. Ken Castro tunes in just to see a triple play here, folks. A triple freaking play. I don't want that. Want the triple play here. A triple play by Steve Finley out there starts it all off. Let's find a triple play here. Wild triple play. So let's give this a try here and see what happens. See what happens. A line drive triple play. So it's going to be a line drive in there, a triple play. Let's see here. 6-3, I guess, is how it would go. Let's see if this does it. Nope, I didn't do it. Redo this. How are we going to do this here? Undo. Triple play is what we need. Line drive in the center field. I guess we're not going to get it. He doesn't have it for our outfield. Come on now. I'll be damned now. Let's get this here. Let's see here. F8. See if it triple play this way. Runner second. X 0. Runner at first. X 0. See if this will take care of it. Nope, I didn't do it either. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh my. F8. We'll just do it this way. R2 X 0 R1 X 0. See if this takes care of it. It's not getting him out over there. What the hell? I ain't going to keep this up too long, but let's try it this way. Line out, triple play, R2, R1. See if this will work. Nope, I didn't do it either. This is getting a little aggravating here. Shouldn't be this hard. Should not be this darn hard. Triple play. Triple stinking play. That's all I want. Well, we're going to do it this way. We're not going to say it's been hit out to. We're going to say it was hit the short. Because I ain't fooling with this. Line drive, triple play. There we go. Good enough. It was actually hit out the center, but I'm not fooling around with it. Sorry about that, everybody, but it looks like you can't have a triple play hit to the outfield. So how about that? Arizona with the big play. First and second, nobody out in a triple freaking play. And now we go to the bottom of the first. We got Upton, Escobar, and Goldsmith. Upton's batting 167. He's got 2 homers and 2 RBIs. And this is the freak Tim LINCECUM's 2009 year. He was 15-7 with a 2.48 ERA. Here's the pitch to Upton. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Bobby in right field for out number 1. And Escobar's up now. And he's batting a 111, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Escobar walks on down to first. Here comes Goldsmith up now. And Paul's batting 400 on the year. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. Hey, G-Puck. And here's the pitch to Goldsmith. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tim strikes him out for out number 2. And Luis Gonzalez comes to the plate, batting 250 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the maze. And the Diamondbacks strand one. We get to the top of the second. It's nothing. You got Mays, McCovey, and Bobby Bonds due up here. And Willie's batting a $167, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. They walk Mays. Now, what you want to do here is walk batters. They gave up the error in the first, and it didn't cost them. And now they walk a guy. That brings up McCovey. McCovey's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 7 on the year. And that's not going to get it done. As a matter of fact, let's see, Lamb's a 3. This Arizona team is not a very good fielding team. And a 13, but I think he is going to go around the horn with this. Yep, that's going to be a around the horn double play. So they get the triple play in the first inning, and now they get the double play here in the second. And I'm cutting up on that damn defense, Ken. And it's coming through, ain't it? And now you got Bobby Bonds up hitting 333. No homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bobby strikes out. And the Giants, again, somewhat go down in order with the double plays and the triple plays. Like I'm saying, I'm cutting up on that defense by Arizona, and it's coming through. You got Finley, Drew, and Montero due up here. Steve's batting 455. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tim strikes him out for out number 1. And here comes Steve and Drew. And Drew's batting 250 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Crawford. And Crawford's going to boot this. That's going to be an error on Crawford. He's holds on to it, doesn't compound the error. So Drew's down at first with 1 out. And Miguel Montero's up, batting 286, no homers and an RBI. Yeah, exactly. Correct. Got that right, Ken. And that's going to be against the righty. 18 on 9. And that is going to be a infield hit. And all of a sudden, these Diamondbacks are making some noise here in the second inning here. So you got first and second. And only 1 out. And Lamb's up. And Jake's batting 286, no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss to Freak with his 3rd strikeout of the game. And that brings up CURT Schilling. And can he come through? And in 2001, he batted a $133, no homers and an RBI. And he helped his own cause. No, that's a lazy fly out to Barry. And that'll end the inning, folks. And the Diamondbacks strand 2. We go to the top of the 3rd, still no score. You got Kung Fu Panda do up Crawford and then LINCECUM. And Sandoval is batting 250, no homers and no RBI. That's going to be a ground ball down to Drew at short. Over to Paul for out number 1. And Crawford's up now. He's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 5. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 13. And I think he just got his first base hit of the year, folks. No, nice play out there by Steve Finley. Finley robs another hit here, folks. And that'll be out number 2. And Tim comes to the plate. LINCECUM batted a .152, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And the Giants go down in 1, 2, 3 order. To the bottom of the third we go. The top of the order due up here. You see the team comparison. San Francisco's batting .276 with a .331 on base percentage, slugging .579 and an OPS of .911. Arizona's 3-0, batting .248, a .325 on base percentage, and slugging .589 with an OPS of .913. Upton flew out the right his first time up, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. LINCECUM strikes him out for out number 1. That's the 4th strikeout for Tim. Escobar walked his first time up. And that's going to be a against the righty 19. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Tim's got it, fires over to first. And there's quickly 2 outs. And poor Poe Goldsmith lined into that. Struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. Thought he lined out. And that's going to be a base on balls. Paul walks on down to first. So a 2-out walk. Now Gonzalez comes up to the plate. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a double, I believe. Let's see. Yep. Against the righty at 17. That's going to be a double. And right field. Bobby's got a hell of an arm out there, but with 2 outs, I expect Paul to score here. Let's see here. 52. .31 or so a 61 or lower. Paul scores from first. And he's in there. An RBI double by Gonzalez. All this happening with 2 outs. And the Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead. Still got a running in scoring position here with 2 outs for Steve Finley, who's having a hell of a game out in the field. He's 0 for 1 though at the plate. He struck out back in the second. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Crawford makes the catch. But the Diamondbacks score 1 on the Gonzalez double. Takes a 1-0 lead into the top of the 4th. Got the top of the order due up here for the Giants. Dietz, Kent, and Bonds. And Dietz, he reached on an error his first time up. And not this time, folks. He blasts this one, and that's gone. Forget about it. Gonzalez, all he does, turns around and kisses this one goodbye. Just like that, the Giants tie this ball game up at 1 apiece. As Dick Dietz hits his first home run of the year. Giants run on the board. Jeff Kent, he singled his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, the wheels might be coming off the cart here. CURT SHCILLING struggling here in the 4th. And here comes Barry Bonds. Barry lined into that triple play in the first inning and actually went to center field, not short. So Bonds is 0 for 1. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. You can't fall behind on Barry. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a walk the hard way. Barry walks 2 rolls of the dice, and Apba, he walks the hard way. Might not be a bad play. Walking Barry. That brings up Willie Mays now. First and second and nobody out. And here is Willie. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Schilling cannot find the plate, folks. Here's a 2-0 pitch to May. And that's going to be against the righty. 15. That's going to be popped up Down the third, Lamb makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes Willie McCovey up now. McCovey, he grounded into a 5-4-3 double play his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they turn 2 again here, folks. And that'll be... We'll get the runner out at second. Ken will get down the third. We got first and third now and 2 outs. McCovey beats the throw to first. That brings up Bobby Bonds. And Bobby struck out back in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Lawless is out there at 33 and a 2. That's going to be fielding column 2. That's going to be an error. And the runner on first is going to get the third. So that's going to be an E7. And we still got first and second. So first and second, and now first and third rather. And now the Giants lead this game 2-1 on an unearned run. Cannot do this with this team. Too many good bats in this order. And Kung Fu Panda's 0 for 1. He grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down the short. Drew picks it up, fires over to first to end the inning. But the Giants scored 2, take a 2-1 lead. A big homer starting off the scoring. And we get to the bottom of the fourth. You got Drew, Montero, and Lamb due up here. And Drew is 0 for 1. He reached on an error back in the second. And we drop the dice and make this an official game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Barry and left. And that'll be out number 1. And McGill comes up. And he singled back in the second. He's 1 for 1. And that's going to be an 18. I think that's going to be a nice play down at short. And it is. Crawford with a nice play robs McGill of a base hit. Now there's quickly 2 outs. And Lamb's up. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Lamb strikes out for the second time. Ends the 4th inning. And we go to the 5th. A 2-1 Giants lead. Bottom part of the order due up here for the G-men. And Crawford's 0 for 1. He flew out the center back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. CURT strikes him out. It's only CURT's second strikeout of the game. And here comes Tim LINCECUM. He flew out the right field his first time up in the 3rd. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. CURT settling down after that rough 4th inning. We're back to the top of the order, and Dietz, who homered back in the 4th to start that scoring. And that's going to be a base on balls. So nobody's hit the ball yet in this 5th inning. 2 strikeouts and a walk. Jeff Kent's up. He's 1 for 1. He singled and walked in the 4th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. CURT strikes them all out in between the walk. So the Giants strand 1, and Schilling is willing and dealing now. We go to the bottom of the 5th. You got Schilling due up, Upton, and Escobar. CURT, he flew out the left back in the 2nd. And that's going to be a 15. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Bobby's got to make a nice play in order to stop that from landing in front of him. That's out number 1. Nice defense by Bobby. Upton's up now. He's 0 for 2. He struck out back in the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Crawford up with it, fires across the diamond for out number 2. And now you got Escobar up. And he's 0 for 1. He walked in the first. And he's going to walk again here in the fifth. 2-out walk by Tim. Brings the go-ahead run up to the plate and Goldsmith. And Paul is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. Came around the score in the third. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And he strikes him out, and Paul's yet to put the ball in play. And that's 6 strikeouts for Tim. So we go to the 6th inning. You got the big boys due up here. Bonds, Mays, and McCovey. Barry's 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th. And that's going to be against the righty. 13. And that's going to be an infield hit for Barry. He gets a board here. So Barry's on first. Now Mays is up. And Mays is 0 for 1. He's walked in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Finley's out there. And that's going to be a single. And the runner will stop at second. Finley gets over there quickly. Keeps that from being a double. So now you got first and second and McCovey up. Runner in scoring position for McCovey. He's 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out twice. Once into a double play. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes on Willie. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's not what the Giants want to see. That's a tailor-made double play down to Drew. He's up with it. Fires over the Escobar. The Goldsmith 6-4-3 double play. McCovey's second time hitting into a double play. Bonds will make it down the third. Now there's 2 outs. And his dad's up to the plate. Bobby. Bobby's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error back in the 4th. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the Bonds boys are on base. Barry and Bobby. And now Sandoval is up for first and third, 2 outs. And he driving some runs here. He is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short twice. And he's going to swing and miss. CURT gets a big strikeout. The Giants strand 2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Gonzalez, Finley, and Drew due up here in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 2-1. And Gonzalez had the RBI double back in the third. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Barry and left for out number 1. And Finley comes to the plate now. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and popped up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's the 4th walk by Tim to go with his 6 strikeouts. And Drew comes to the plate. And they're going to do a little hit and run here. Try to stay out of the double play. Drew's 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And I'll get the runner down the second. Only play for Kent on the hit and runs over to first. So that gets the tie and run in scoring position for Miguel Montero. But now there's 2 outs. And a runner down at second. And Miguel's at 1 for 2. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. Jeff Kent out in shallow right field makes the catch. And the Diamondbacks strand 1. We go to the top of the second. John's hanging on to a 2-1 lead. You got Crawford, LINCECUM, and then back to the top of the order up here in the top of the 7th. And Brandon Crawford's 0 for 2. Can he get on base here? And nope, that's a swing and a miss, and that's CURT's 6th strikeout. Like I say, since the 4th inning, he's pitching well. And here comes Tim now. Tim's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Upton. 2 quick outs here in the 7th. Back to the top of the order and Dietz. And he's 1 for 2. He homered back in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Lamb. He fires across the diamond. The Giants go down in order. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 2-1. San Fran. Got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Diamondbacks. Lamb and a pitch hitter for Schilling. Then back to Upton. Oh, thank you, Ken, buddy. Appreciate it. So now Lamb's up. Lamb is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Can the freak give him the hat trick? And nope. It's going to be against a righty. That is going to be a ground ball down to Crawford. Nice play by Crawford. Fires over to first, and Lamb's out of there. Like I say, that'll be it for Schilling. He pitched a hell of a game, folks. He had a lot of help from the defense, don't get me wrong. I was cutting up on that defense, but a triple play and a couple double plays. See who's going to come off the bench here. Most of the lefties are already in the game. Most of the lefties are already in the game.
Marte.
And I think they're going to go with Marte, the switch hitter here. Even though they could go with a righty with a little bit of pop to tie this game up. They'll go with Marte. Go with Marte here. Get somebody on board here. Bring the winning run up. He's batting 500 on the year, and he's got a homer and 2 RBIs. So let's see what Marte can do against Tim. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Mays is out there. Makes the catch for out number 1. And Justin Upton's up now. He's 0 for 3. And he's going to be 0 for 4 with another strikeout. LINCECUM's up to 7 strikeouts now. And now Escobar's up. Trying to get a run across this. Oh, it was 3 outs. Sorry about that. So now you got, who's coming out of the bullpen? You got the big boys coming up. You got 2 righties and a lefty. Let's see who hasn't pitched yet for the Diamondbacks. Brad's going to come in here and pitch. So Brad will make his first appearance of the year. And Brad Ziegler in 2015 was 0-3 with 30 saves and a 1.85 ERA. You keep this a 1-run game here in the top of the 8th. He's got the big boys, Kent, Barry Bonds, and Mays due up. Jeff Kent's keeping on hitting. He's 1 for 2 today. He has singled, walked, and struck out. And that's going to be against the righty. 19, that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Upton makes the catch for out number 1. Here comes Barry Bonds up now. And Barry's 1 for 2. He is singled and walked and lined into a triple play. And that ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? That is the question. And that ball is out of here. Barry Bonds, with his third home run of the year, gives the Giants an insurance run here in the top of the eighth. And it's now Mays comes up. He's 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Paul Goldsmith. He calls up off Brad, takes it himself for out number 2. And now McCovey's up. McCovey's 0 for 3. He's responsible for 5 outs in this game. He's hitting the 2 double plays, folks. And that's going to be a pop up down the second. But Brad doesn't get the job done. He gives up the home run to Barry. And the Giants increase the lead to 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. They're going to let Tim go here. He's pitching a 2-hitter. He's got Escobar, Goldsmith, and Gonzalez. If anybody gets on base, see who they got out here in the pen. They got one hell of a bullpen. They do not have a lefty in the bullpen. Ain't that something? No lefty in the bullpen. So I was thinking about bringing in a lefty if they got the Gonzalez with a runner on, but they don't have a lefty. So we'll see what happens here. Escobar's 0 for 1. He has walked twice in this game. And that's going to be against the righty 19. That's going to be a fly ball in the center field for out number 1. See the Giants' upcoming schedule. They got 2 more games here in Arizona. Then they go home to take on the Astros. And Paul's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice and walked. Yet to put the ball in play. Can Tim strike him out a 3rd time? Nope, he doesn't. He blasts this one down the first baseline. Paul's down there with a 1-out double. Like I say, if they had a lefty in the bullpen, that's where I would want to bring him in. All these lefties coming up. Let's take a look here. That's probably going to be it for Tim. I don't want to let him have a chance at losing this game. So let's see who's going to come in here. He's due up 4th, LINCECUM is. Probably could. Let's see. Is Cepeda a better fielder than McCovey? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a double switch. Cepeda is going to come in the game and play first. Let's see who's going to come in here and pitch. And I think Jeff Brantley is going to come in here and pitch. So Jeff Brantley, let's see here. See who hasn't been used as much. So before I make the decision. Okay, where's Jeff? There's him. This was there. Rob Nen. Can Rob go in? We'll go with Rob. He hasn't pitched yet. We'll go with Rob. So Cepeda, Rob's going to come in, and he's going to bat in the 5 spot for McCovey. So McCovey comes out of the game, and Cepeda's going to come in and play first, and bat in the 9 spot. So Cepeda comes in and bats in the 9 spot. We now got Cepeda at first. And Rob Nen, his first appearance of the year, And in 2000, he was 4-3 with 41 saves and a 1.5 ERA. He'll have Gonzalez, Finley, and Drew due up here. Gonzalez with the only RBI for the Diamondbacks. And as Clinton Parks joins us here. All righty, Gonzalez, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And I don't think Paul's going to go nowhere because he can score on a single. So he's going to stay put. Not going to test Barry's arm out there. So now there's 2 outs. That's up to Steve Finley here. One swing and a bat, he can tie this game up. He's 0 for 2, though. He did walk back in the 6th. And talking about launching one, that ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? Not far enough. As Nen able to get the ball out of the sweet spot. That's going to be a double to left. Gotta love that G, right, Ken? That G just saved a 2-run homer to tie the ball game up. Instead, it's an RBI double in the left. And it's a 3-2 game, a 1-run game, and Drew's up now. And Drew is 0 for 3. He's reached on an error back in the 2nd. Can he deliver here? 2 outs, a runner down in 2nd, and a 3-2 ball game. And how big was that homer in the top of the inning? That's going to be a fly ball out to Barry. He's got room out there. Makes the catch. But the Diamondbacks score 1, make it a 3-2 game as we go to the top of the 9th. Can Brad keep this a 1-run game here? We'll get the bullpen up. Let's see here. They got the righty and 2 switchies. They got a lefty in the bullpen. And they don't have a lefty in the bullpen either. My kingdom for a lefty. Oh, exactly, man. I love that G. The G and the H, the L and the M. It really adds to the game. So now you got Bobby up. Bobby's 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And I think that's going to be an error by Gonzalez out there. Yep, that is going to be a single and an error. So Bobby's going to get the second base on the E7. So Bobby's down at second and nobody out. And again, if they had a lefty to go to, that's what I would do now, is go to the lefty. I didn't get him down the second, forgot that. Redo this. So we got a single. E7 and the runner gets down the second. So now runner in scoring position and nobody out. And let's see here. I think they're just, is he due up? Yeah, he's due up 3rd. They're going to try to get Brad through this inning. He's due up 3rd. So here's the pitch to Sandoval. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice to short and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Brad's got himself in a hell of a jam. Sam Crawford's up looking for the double play here. It has saved them. They have turned 2 double plays and a triple play. Brandon is 0 for 3. He has flown out and struck out twice. Can he get the hat trick here? And that's going to be the hat trick. Big strikeout by Ziegler. That's 1 down. And now you got the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, up now with the double switch. And he's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 5, Cepeda is. And we dropped the dice. the second time today. And that's going to be an 8 against 21. That's going to be popped up down the short. Infield fly rules in effect. Crawford makes the catch for out number 2. And we're back to the top of the order in Deets. He homered, remember, back in the 4th. Can he do it again and bust this game open for the Giants? Nope, that's going to be a 38. Be a pass ball. Yep, that's going to be a pass ball. So now you got runners at second and third. 2 outs. And a 1-0 pitch to Deets. Can't do another one of those. And that's going to be a base on balls. That fills the bases up for Jeff Kent, who is a hitting machine, folks. He is batting 600 on the year. He's 1 for 3 today. And to tell you how good he's hitting, going 1 for 3 has actually brought his average down. So here's the pitch to Jeff. Bases full with Giants. Bobby Bonds at third. Sandoval and Deets at first. And Ken at the plate. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. He's going to toss it over to Brad covering. And that'll end the inning. The Giants leave the bases loaded. Let's see if that cost them. They take a 3-2 lead into the bottom of the 9th. You got Montero, Lamb, and a pitch hitter due up here. Rob Nin trying to get the save here. McGill's 1 for 3. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be a well-hit ball. And that ball is going to be blasted into right field. And that's a leadoff double. And that might be it for now. Again, they don't have a lefty out in that bullpen. See who they're going to go to, though. I think they're going to go to Rod Beck. Beck's going to come in the game here and try to save it. So Nen can't get the job done. Can Beck with a runner down at second. Runner down at second and nobody out. This is Beck's second appearance. He doesn't have a record, nor does he have an ERA. So Beck trying to get his first save of the year, folks. He got Jake Lamb up and then a pitch hitter for Brad. Lamb's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a 9 against the righty. 18. And that's going to be an in. Oh, we'll get the right chart here. And 18 is going to be a ground ball down the short. Let's see here. If he looks the runner back to second, he does. Crawford grabs it, looks the runner back, throws over to first. Now there's 1 out, and the runner's still down at second. See who's going to come off the bench now. Pitch hit. That's it for Brad. Probably bring somebody, even if it's a righty, with a little bit of pop here. And probably should put a pitch runner out there. So I think Jay Bell's going to come out and pitch hit. Now we'll see who. We might even use a pitcher here. Let's see if there's a pitcher with some speed. Not really. So now we'll see who can pitch run out there. Harry Burns is going to come out and pitch run. So Burns will pitch run. And Bell will pitch hit here. So Jay Bell will come out of the dugout to pitch hit. 1 out and a runner down at second. Arizona trying to pull out all the stops. Jay's batting .500 on the year with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. So he's 2 for 4, and both hits have been homers for Bell. Now you got Harry Burns down there with speed at second. Here's the pitch to Jay. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch unless he's an HB0. So he hits Bell. Might not be bad. Nah, might not be a bad thing. Sets up the double play. And Bell can't hit 1 out that way. So Beck hits him. And the Diamondbacks ain't too happy. Now you got first and second with Upton up. Now you got to force an inning base. And Upton's 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, grounded out, and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Beck gets him for out number 2. And the Diamondbacks are down to their last out here in Escobar. And he is 0 for 2. He has walked twice in this game. Here's the pitch from Beck. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Escobar. And he walks him the hard way. That's the second time in this game we've had a batter walk on 2 rolls. Bases loaded now for Paul Goldsmith. Can he walk this one off? Paul's 1 for 3. He doubled and came around the score in the 8th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Beck gets the strikeout. And the Giants hang on to win 3-2. But give these Diamondbacks credit. Almost came back to win this game in the last 2 innings. Take a look at the box score. These Diamondbacks had a little more pitching. They're going to be tough. Their pitching's a little weak. See how it pans out. And the Diamondbacks turned that triple plays with the Stars for. So the Giants 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. The Diamondbacks 2 runs, 5 hits and 3 errors. Oh, Barry Bonds was 2 for 3. Had a homer, and so did Dietz. And the Giants were only 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 8 men on base. And Miguel was 2 for 4. And the Diamondbacks were 1 for 8. Oh, thank you, Ken. Thank you, G-Puck. Appreciate it. And they left 10 men on base. Tim LINCECUM picks up his first win, goes 7 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, struck out 7. And then comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, and Beck comes in, gets to save 1 inning, 1 walk. CURT Schilling pitched a fine game. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. Walked 5, struck out 6, gave up the homer. And Brad Ziegler comes in, 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, a strikeout, and a homer. Take a look here at the standings and the leaderboard. And you got the Mets a half a game up on the Braves. The Marlins are a game and a half back. The Nationals are 2 games back. And Ken's Phillies are 2.5 back. And in the Central, the Pirates are a half a game up on the Cubs, Reds, and Astros, and a game up on the Brewers and Cardinals. And out west now, the Diamondbacks are a game up on the Dodgers and Giants. The Padres are a game and a half back, and the Rockies 2.5 back. Good place for the Phillies. Ken, he's trying to do some fighting. And Sean joins us here. And Lance Berkman now takes over the lead in average with a .571 batting average. You've got Kent, Barry Bonds, and Hank Aaron tied with three homers. Yeah, I agree with you, Ken. Ken says Colorado loses 100+ games. I agree. It's going to be tough for him. Very tough. Losing 3 games to Arizona. That's when I thought he was in a lot of trouble, heap of trouble. Hank Aaron still leading the National League with 7 RBIs. How about his teammate Blauser, tied for second with 6? Of course, the ERA leader right now is at 0. John Rocker with 2 wins on the year. And you got Craig, Dave Smith, and Bruce Sutter with 2 saves on the year. And Hank Aaron's got the MVP lead right now. And John Rocker's leading with the Cy Young voting. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Oh, Clinton. So then, I don't know. Let's check. I don't know if I think this is a 3-game series. Should be a 3-game series. See if they play on the 4th here. Yeah, they play on the 4th. And do they play on the 5th? Yep. They play on the 5th. I don't think it's a 4-game series. No, it's a 3-game series. Let's see what the next pitching matchup is going to be. Bumgarner against Webb. So, yep. Madison Bumgarner going up against Brandon Webb in the next game here, folks. I want to thank G-Puck, Ken Castro, Clinton Parks, Sean. I believe that's everybody that's popped in for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of the park, hit that like button and leave a comment. I hear you, buddy. Poor Ken says he don't make good judgments. I like it. All righty, guys. You all have a great day and take care.